All right, guys. Hey, what's up? So we have lower body strength today. You are going to need, if you have one, a band of any kind. If you have any bands, grab a band. If not, don't worry. I can show you something you can do without a band. And then you're also going to need weights and a chair. Okay. So let's get started. We are going to start off with, let me get my timer. So we're going to start off with gorilla squats. So legs are going to be somewhat wide, whatever feels good. You're going to put your hands on the ground, squat down, chest goes up. You're going to stretch and open up the legs and then just lift up through the hips. Maybe like for me, my knees are staying bent. My hamstrings are pretty tight and then you're just going to drop back down again. So you're just going to keep your hands on the ground, drop down, lift up, drop down, lift up. We'll do that for a bit. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1, let's go. All right, so again, dropping down like a gorilla, if you will, hence the name, and then lifting up through the hips, drop back down. So we're just doing a lot of opening through the hips, stretching up those hamstrings. Good. My knees are doing a lot of snap, crackling, and popping. Almost there. 5, 3, 2, and 1. From here, we're going to go into lunges. So we're just going to step backwards into lunges, or you can step forward, your choice. Alternating lunges. Whew. My balance is a bit off today. Good. About 10 seconds left here. 3, 2, and 1. We're going to go down on our backs. We're going to do a glute bridge march. So we're going to be up in that glute bridge, fire up the booty, hands can be on the side. We're just going to pick up the leg and put it back down again. So we're just marching it out here. All right, here we go. 3, 2, press into the hands. Let's go, march it out. So you're really trying to keep your hips lifted as high as possible without rocking and rolling through your hips. So you're lifting up and you're just picking up a foot and putting it down, marching it out. Whew. Good. 5. Get a little higher. 3, 2, and 1. All right, come on up. All right, so instead of gorillas now, we are going to do just regular squats now that our hips are a little bit open. So just regular squats, feet about hip width distance or a little wider. Let's take it down into squats. You can do these a little quicker this time or keep it slow. Good. Use your breath. 10 seconds. Go for it. 5. We have lunges next. 3, 2, and 1. All right. So you're either still doing those lunges, or if you've got a few jump lunges now this time in you, you can do some of those, or you're stepping. All right, let's go. Even if you only got a few, anything is better than nothing, right? Let's go. Chest is up. 5, 3, 2, 1. Laying back on your back. We're going to march it out. Up in those hips. 3, 2, let's go. March it out. Try not to let your hips rock and roll. You can press down your hands a little bit. Lift those hips. Pick up your foot. Good. You got it. You got it. Come on. This is it, the last part of our warm-up, and we're going right into it. 5, try to get those hips a little higher. 3, 2, and 1. All right, so for our workout, we're gonna have your chair to start off with. So for each little exercise, we're gonna do like stations. So we have about 5.5 minutes. We're gonna do 10 pistols, so one leg. We're gonna squat down, stand back up. We're going to do 10 of those. If you need a support, put your heel down. You'll do 10 on the left, 10 on the right. Okay. Then we're going to go over and do glute bridges with our weight. okay? And then we'll do about 20 of those, and I'll show you that as we kind of get there, okay? If you want, you can even do weighted, I'm out of breath. You can do weighted pistols as well, single leg squats. All right, here we go. 10 on each leg, and then weighted glute bridge, 20 of those. We're gonna be here for 5.5 minutes, back and forth. 3, 2, let's go. Good. Nice and controlled. Good. Woo. You got this. Whew. All right, from here, we're gonna take our dumbbell, we're gonna place it on our hips, and we're gonna do weighted glute bridges, all right? So with that weight dumbbell on the hips, keep those feet hip width distance apart, right underneath your knees. We're gonna press up 20 of these. Hopefully you have a decent weight, but this is challenging. Press into your feet. Good. Perfect. We're going to 20. Once you get your 20, and it's okay if you're at a different pace, then you're going back up to your pistols. You're just going back and forth, back and forth. All right. So at your own pace, we're going back and forth. Whew. See if you can lower yourself down with one leg. And then if you need to, a little bit of support, put your foot down to get back up. But try to lower with just one leg. Good. Getting uncomfortable here. That's the goal. Try not to slow down too much. You've got this. Good. Whew. Glute bridges when you're done with those. Good, here we go, almost there. We've got about 1 more minute. We have enough time to do hopefully both exercises. Good. Almost there. Try to finish this one, whatever exercise you're on. Whew. All right. 5, 2, and 1. Oh, all right. We did it. So from here, we're gonna move on to our next little station. So we're gonna do the kneeling lean backs. We'll do about, I have 20. We'll do about 15 to 20. So we'll see how that goes. So we'll do the kneeling lean backs. Then we'll stand up and do 15 squats. All right. So let me real quick show you the kneeling lean backs. You don't need weight for these, but it's okay if you want one. Knees are hip width distance. Your feet are untucked. You're going to kind of have some grippiness to the butt, but mainly focusing on the upper part of the body. As we lean back, you should be here in your core, keeping your back protected. Okay, so we're aiming for 20. We'll see how it goes. 3, 2, let's go. So this is where it's good to start feeling panicky that you're going far enough back. Good. Trust yourself. And don't come up all the way. Like have a little bit, come up like half. Ooh. Halfway up and bring it back up. A few more reps for me. Whatever you're at is fine. Woo. I think I have one more. And the reason why I was able to do this a little quicker is because I don't come up all the way. So I keep a little tension on that quad. All right. Next up, we're going to do weighted squats. You can do these as a back squat. So taking your weight, and what you're going to do, pop it up onto the shoulders, onto the back, or no weight at all, or have your dumbbells hanging beside you, down beside you. So either one. But we're going to do squats here. Let's see, 15 of these. If it bothers your back at all, just drop it down, the weight. Good. And then you're gonna, when you're done, pop that weight off using your legs so you can get it off your hips, putting it back down. If you're having some grumpy knees, you can always get a mat, roll it up a bit so that your knees are more supported. If it still is bothering you, you can come into the more of an upward position and do these instead. Okay, so those are also options for those knees. All right, here we go. 20. Remember, don't come all the way up. Keep your back supported. Lean back. Good. Woo. Off those knees. Once you finish, let me get some heavier weights. All right. Once you finish, you're going into those back squats or hold the dumbbells down on your either side. Ow. 15 of these. We have about 1 more minute. Pop that weight off. All right, last time. We got about 30 seconds left. We're doing the lean backs. Remember, don't come all the way up. Keep tension on those quads, which is the front of the leg. Almost there. Three, 2, and 1. Whew. Okay, so we are on, you might need your mat still. So this next one, we're gonna be kneeling again, but I will give you an option if kneeling isn't gonna work for you. So you're gonna take one of your heavier dumbbells if you have one. This might be too heavy. Let's see. So you want, if you have like a 20 or 25, you want it to be heavy, okay? But even if you don't have one, I'll show you what's gonna happen. Okay, so it's gonna go, this part of it, the head of it is gonna go where your feet are. Okay, so standing it upright, but you're gonna be on your knees. All right, so you'll be on your knees. You're gonna hook your feet underneath your dumbbell, okay? And we're gonna do what's called like a Nordic, I think it's like a Nordic something or another. So you're gonna keep this like in hamstring engaged the whole time. You're gonna slowly go down and then notice that my legs immediately came back up and you're gonna push yourself, walk it back in. Okay, so you always keep your hamstring engaged. Don't because if you fall down and you don't keep your hamstring engaged, it's not gonna really do much. You're just falling on the ground. Okay, so your knees stay bent, it comes up with you, and then you walk your hands back in. Or you can push off it depending on how heavy. You can also hook your feet under something if you have something near you. Okay, we're doing, let's see how many of those. We're gonna do 15 of those. All right, let's go. So feet are underneath it, the dumbbell. Okay, you're gonna gauge your hamstrings, keep it tight. You're gonna fall forward, keep the hamstring engaged, walk it, there you go. Now walk yourself back up, squeezing that dumbbell, lift up, yep, walk it back in. It's kind of like a push-up, kind of a hamstring. Your hamstring, like mine is already, in my calves, are burning. Walk it back in, using your hamstring to lift you and lower you. If this is not something you can do, or you have, don't have a dumbbell, so if you want, instead, you could do the laying on the belly and do these lifts instead. All right, if you can't figure out the other part, or you can do the glute marches like we did in our warm-up. So you're on your back and you do the marches. Okay, so those are the other options if this one isn't working. So I'll keep doing this one just to keep demoing it and showing you, but there are the other options too. Keep that hamstring engaged the whole time you're squeezing. There you go. That's it. Good. The marches are good. When you're doing the marches, do 2 for 1, still going to 15, or 30 if you're counting each leg. I don't know how many I've done. Whew. All right. Next up, grab your heavy dumbbells. We're doing calf raises. We've got about 30 calf raises. Here we go. So just coming up onto the tips of the toes, bringing it back down. Nice and controlled. You can even stay up half and come back. So you're only coming down halfway. Almost there. Embracing that burn. Good. All right, back to either the glute marches, the hamstring curls, laying flat on your belly and then just hooking it and lifting your legs, or the Nordic where you do the falls. 15 of whatever you got. Good. And then once you finish, you are going right back into those hamstring, or my hamstrings are on fire. You're going to go into those calf raises. Focus on what you're using, your muscles. Make sure you're using them. Woo! Finish those. All right, we got about like 40 minutes, or 40 seconds rather, sorry. 40 minutes, holy moly. All right, I'm gonna show the other option, laying down, curls. Good. Whew, all right. It is time, we're moving on. So wherever you are, it's perfect. All right, so we're gonna do some jump lunges. We're gonna do about 10 of those jump lunges, and then we're gonna go into a single leg RDL, okay? So we're gonna do about 10 jump lunges on each side. And if you're not up to jumping, which It's all right. If you can't jump or don't want to jump, it's just 10 lunges each side. So it's going to go either here, or if you need to modify, you know what, we're modifying. Let's do power skips. So instead, I want you to stay on one leg. We're going to do 10 on one leg, and I want you to really focus on the drive back, get into that lunge. Okay, as far back as this back foot can go. Working on this part as not as much as like the height here. Okay, so I care more about the depth than the height. We'll do 10 each side, and then we're going to go into a single leg RDL. So you'll hold on to one or both of your dumbbells. You're going to pop the toe just a little bit of your back, like side leg. Press those hips as far back as you can. Stand it back up. You can do these with your leg lifted, but I find it's a little bit more challenging and you won't get as many quality reps in. All right, so we'll do on the RDLs, we're going to do 10 also in each side for now. Okay, so 10 power skips each leg, and then 10 each leg on the RDL. Okay, all right, here we go. 3, 2 power skips. Let's go. You can also use a weight if you want to at your chest. Keep it close. It's not required. Good. You can also have your chair nearby for this, especially if you're really having a hard time getting into that lunge and you're holding on to it a little bit for support and guidance. All right, and then slowly like easing off that chair. So that's also an option. Whew. All right, now we're going to go into those RDLs. Grab either one heavy, 2 heavy, whatever you got. Mine are lopsided, different weights, so I'm going to just hold the heavy one. Okay, pop the toe, just near the other one, okay? So put most of your weight in your standing leg, so the one that's straight, just a little bit of weight in your pop toe. Press your hips as far back as you can. Stand up. Okay, so you don't want to bend your leg a lot. It's more of a hinge. You want to feel that stretch through the hamstring. Feel like your outer butt is getting bigger. Squeeze through your outer hips to stand up. I want you to go to 15 instead. So 15 each leg on these. Pop the leg. Get the greatest stretch of your life. And then as you stand up, you're pressing so much into your heel and like you're using your outer butt to lift you. So you should feel like your butt's getting bigger. Try to put barely any weight in that back pointed toe. All right. Going back into those power skips whenever you're ready after you do 15 on each side. Whew, all right. Stay determined when you get tired. many did I say? 10. Okay, good. 10 of these. Whew. One side of those for me feels really weird. It's really hard on one side. All right, RDL time. Pop the toe, hips go back. Shoulders back. It's not about touching your toes. It's about hinging those hips back, keeping that leg mostly straight. Focus on your booty. Outer sides. Hamstring. Almost there, we're done. Come on, a few more reps. 3, 2, and 1. All right. I believe we have one last and final. We're gonna use our band, okay? Let's see. Band is on. We're gonna put it on the mid calf. All right, I think I have the wrong band. If you don't have bands, you still can do this without bands, okay? You're just gonna do tiptoe walk without the bands. All right, so if you have a dumbbell or a med ball or something somewhat heavy, you're gonna hold that at your chest, okay? Let me walk forward so you can see me. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna face this way so you can see. I'm gonna be up on my tiptoes and my legs pulling out, and I'm gonna walk forward on my tiptoes, and I'm gonna walk back, waddling, pulling out on the edges of the band, okay? You're gonna do we're gonna do 5 laps of that. So it's gonna go forward, back, that's 1. You'll do 5 laps, okay? It should feel it on the outer edges of your butt, especially as you walk backwards, all right? But if you have just the calf raise, that's fine too without the band. All right, let's go. Side bends are the other thing. Walking forward, walking back. Perfect, good. Really pull that band apart. Staying on the tiptoes. Whew. Legs go wide. Whew, outer edges of my butt are burning. Hopefully yours too. Oh. All right, from there, you're gonna hold on to one heavy dumbbell. We're gonna do side bends, 15 each side. So you're gonna go down, lift up, using your obliques to lift. So we'll do 15 each side. Use the side. You can use heavier weight or lighter. If you have any back issues, go a little lighter. I don't remember how many that was. 215, and then switch sides. You can also bring that arm up. Good. All right, going back to those tiptoe walks. By the way, this is the last part of our workout, all right? The last few minutes left. So give it your all, everything you've got. Let's give it. Be proud of your efforts. Pop it up. Tiptoes, legs wide. Stay on those tiptoes, legs pulling out the outer edges of the band. Woo. Almost there. Legs should definitely be fatiguing out. Whew. All right, side bends. Good. We are almost there, guys. We have like 2 minutes, less than that. Use your breath. When we use our breath to our advantage, it really does help get a good quality rep in, and it helps you move through the motion. All right, here we go. Back to those tiptoes if you're not there already. Keep that tension on the band. This is probably our last time with the band. Whew. Whew. All right, here we go, last bit. This is it, 15 each side, we're done. Good job. We've got this. Whew. All right, well, once you finish, put your dumbbells down. Take your band off once you're finished. Good. We'll do a quick stretch. Stretch out those hamstrings. You can either do this from the ground. I think I want to do the ground. My legs are tired. So if you need, just stretch here. Pull those toes a little bit towards your face. Drop the heaviness of your head. It'll stretch low back into the hamstrings, calves. If you need to, pull your toes towards your face. Good. Let's go ahead and do figure 4 glute stretch. So you'll bend your legs, bring one across, stretch it out here, press this knee away from you, and spread the toes wide to protect the knee. You can always bring one leg in a little closer. And again, pushing the knee that's bent away from you. So this knee away. Good. Let's switch other side. Spread the toes. Push that bent knee, the crossed over, push that one away from you. You should feel this in the outer edges of your butt. Gluteus medius. Excellent. All right, guys. We did it. You showed up for leg day. Be proud of yourself. That was awesome. Here we go. On to the next.